Hi, my name's Aaron Myers, and I'm a language coach dedicated to helping others learn languages better. You can find out more about me, about my coaching, or about my work here in Turkey at my blog. It's a new thing. I've separated out the Turkish Listening Library from my coaching and work here at making these videos for YouTube. And so I have a new blog. It's called the TLL Language Coach. And you can find that at www.tlllanguagecoach.blogspot.com. But back to the video. These videos were created and are created to help you become more effective, more efficient, and have more fun with your language learning. Through these videos, I offer tips and ideas to do just that. Today's idea that I want to talk about is recording. Now, I've talked a lot about recording, and today I want to focus on kind of the nuts and bolts of the technology behind recording. And so first of all, I want to talk about recording devices. When you're looking for a recording device, I think there's really 5 main things you want to look at. First, you want to make sure the size is something that you can carry around. You also want to make sure that it's digital. You want to make sure that it has a microphone jack, that it has MP3 capabilities so you can move the files around easily. And the last thing you want to think about is the size of the files that your recording device can hold, and really the number of hours that it can hold. So, in thinking about those things, before we moved to Turkey, I bought 2 recording devices. One for my wife, one for me. Mine is small, my wife's is small, both great in that sense. They both have microphone jacks, both great in that sense. They both have hours of storage. The Sony has about 18 to 20 hours of storage. The RCA didn't have nearly as much. The real difference, though, was this. The Sony was easily compatible in making MP3 files. The RCA, there were no MP3 files to be made here. And so this became really a problem when we wanted, and my wife wanted, to do anything with her files, her audio files that she made, other than just keep them on this little device. So those are some things to think about when buying or looking into a recording device. Now, the other thing to think about before you run out and buy some cool little Sony machine like this, and this wasn't expensive, about $39, $40. But the reality is that many of you may already have a recording device, either in the form of an iPod Touch, an iPhone, or some other newer phone. Technology today is moving so quickly. Most phones come with recording devices. So check that out before you go out and do any of that. Another thing to think about is microphones. If you're wanting to use a microphone, you can go anything from something like this. It's a little microphone to plug into my iPod. It's like if you want to use it for a phone. The recording quality is really fine. It's not bad. Up to something like, this is what I use for making the podcast for the Turkish Listening Library. It's a little Samsung microphone, the Go mic I think it's called, and it's been great. I really love the quality, and for the podcast it's great. It's probably more than what I would need just to be making files for my language learning. Now, you've got files on here. What do you do with them? The thing I think you want to do is to bring those onto a computer. Now, the other thing to remember is that if you're making most of your recordings in the confines of your own home, your laptop, your computer is going to work just fine for that. If you have a Mac, it probably came with GarageBand. It's a great program. It's easy to use, easy to make recordings on. If you don't have a Mac, there's a great free shareware program called Audacity, which is really a phenomenal program because it's shareware. It's getting better all the time. You can do some really great things with it. One of the things I love that you can do with it that I haven't been able to figure out how to do on GarageBand yet is you can actually take audio and slow it down without losing the quality. So it's not like slowing down your record player. It just slows it down in a way, but continuing to save the voice in the quality that originally was. So those are some thoughts about recording, the techie stuff behind it. Outside of that, I think you really want to think clearly about how can I store these files, how can I create a system of understanding where my listening material is, either by dates or types of recorded material, so that you can quickly move through it, find what you want to listen to, and get to work right away. Efficiency is really a key here, and it's going to be more efficient the more systems you build in to organize your material. So that's some thoughts on recording, and especially the technology behind recording. It's all at your fingertips these days, and with a little bit of effort, a little bit of it's a small learning curve, you can really figure this out. That's all for this week. I look forward to next week's show. Until then, blessings on your language learning journey.